you got there?
It's you. It's the big show, man. Clintonius Rex tells all. On top of the world. Capitol Hill.
I saw it on the news the other night.
Well, tell them, man.
It's called SP5. It's getting ready to go up for a vote here pretty soon. To try to get the law repealed that blocks all that shit. They want to be able to fire you whenever they please.
What about right to work and all that? Like if you pose...
That's what it deals with. You don't have a right to work anymore.
Pose a threat to the company, then they reserve the right to fire you.
Well,
for any reason.
They're allowed to fire you indiscriminately. In other words, just if they feel like firing you, they just fire you.
Right on.
What they like to do is once you get at the top of the pay scale, after they've used you, making the starting low pay and all that stuff, they like to turn around and get rid of you. Or you get out of here. We don't want to pay you full pay anymore, full benefits. Healthcare and the rest. They don't give a fuck.
More bourgeoisie for your prolety, huh?
In other words, we're all just more fucked than usual. By employers. They're allowed to indiscriminately get rid of you.
Man.
With a mere opinion. You see, I had no disciplinary action.
Right.
No record of any kind of disciplinary action prior to them doing what they did to me. None. Zero. No letters of warning. No pre-disciplinary interviews or nothing. None. They just fucking up and said, leave the property.
That's ridiculous. So
right
what about
right after I reported an assault and a sexual assault by a supervisor.
What about union? Whatever happened to the union?
I just told you what happened. They're still there as an entity, but they have no powers anymore. You have no rights to have union representation anymore. No bargaining, collective bargaining rights, nothing. The unions can't do diddly squat anymore.
That's ridiculous.
Because of this SP5 law that the Republicans got through and enacted to take all your union rights from you. Unions don't have any power anymore. They're dragging the whole country down. They don't give a shit.
I think it's the same fat guys that didn't do anything in the first place.
Yeah.
And they just kind of like fart around and say they did.
Well, the Jews and shit are winning, the rich people.
Do you have to be rich to be Jewish?
It's the royal rich. No, there's a lot of Christians involved too. There's the royal rich and the court of affluent people, which is the politicians, and a bunch of people with money. They change over and go to the people. They go to the side of the people that have big money. They're courting them. It's like having a monarchy, a big monarchy, with a bunch of rich people controlling everything, and the politicians are simply courting them. They do what they get. These rich people are allowed to grease their pockets, make donations to their campaigns and everything else when they going up for office and all that crap. They sleaze grease them before they even get the first vote. Help them get office, and the whole time it's nothing but a fucking bribe to get them to vote for stuff like the SP5 law and get rid of your fucking rights. They don't want people to have rights anymore. That's what the protesting is all about. You're aware of the big protesting going on, right?
No, I have actually no idea
in DC
about
now.
Protesting.
They're right over here in DC.
Doing it for what?
About 16 miles away from here.
SP5?
Oh yeah, somebody ran over 3 of the protesters.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like 3 days ago. They were protesting, blocking the road to the convention center or something over there, right on the edge of DC, near the 14th Street Bridge. Right up from the 14th Street Bridge, they were blocking the roads, and somebody of the royal, rich, and famous, affluent court of fucking assholes gassed the car and hit 3 of them, and the cop came and didn't do nothing to him. When there was a witness saying, well, when they were in the street, he gassed his car towards them and hit 3 of them.
Who got hit? Anybody we know? No.
3 protesters got hit.
Wow.
One of them hurt really bad, and then the cop got there, didn't even write the motherfucker a ticket. It gassed the car and ran over 3 protesters.
They're quick to pepper spray people out here.
Well, that's gone incidental here in D.C., but everywhere else, Wall Street, Oakland, California, all kinds of cities, Chicago, the police are stun grenading, tear gassing, baton beating, tricking them into arresting people. When it first started at Wall Street, the police corralled them onto the Brooklyn Bridge. 700 fucking protesters, then arrested every last fucking one of them for blocking the Brooklyn Bridge.
That's ridiculous.
It was deliberate. They tricked them in. They corralled them onto the bridge and then arrested them for blocking the bridge.
That's good. Wow.
Oh yeah, they're pulling all kinds of.
Does this have anything to do with the Canadian riots?
Oh, it's going on in Canada too. Yeah, it's worldwide now. There's people rioting and killing, and there's revolutions going on overseas. Are you paying any attention to anything that's going on?
Not at all.
There's an uprising worldwide.
I like Swiss cake rolls.
Libya, the Libyan people. If you're familiar with Libya and Gaddafi and all that, for
right.
2 years, the dictatorship over there,
right?
The people finally rose up. And we even supported him to rise up and went against the Gaddafi regime, and he's dead now. Yeah. They captured him and shot him right in the fucking head.
Yeah, Gaddafi's gone.
He's dead.
They ghosted him.
And
they posted pictures. They're
rising up in Syria. Look at
YouTube videos.
Look at Egypt. They've had 4 revolutions in the last 18 months in Egypt.
Woo.
Mubarak's in fucking jail. The president, the old multi-billionaire president of Egypt. And if you know the history of Egypt, we've been helping Egypt out with billions of dollars. We've been forgiving them the debt while they're tagging us with the debt, the taxpayer. And the rich and affluent ones are the ones deciding to give them all these billions of dollars to start with. This is since the Reagan era, Reaganomics in the 80s, early 80s, when Reagan got into office. He switched everything up, taxing everybody, lowering the taxes on the rich, raising it on the poor, middle class and poor people, and then they make all the big decisions on where all the big money goes. Like you've already heard me ranting about, we're still giving Israel like $2.7 billion a year to help them out. There's more rich and affluent Israelis in Israel per capita than anywhere else on the planet. Per capita means you got 10 people and 4 of them are filthy rich. That's per capita.
Well, they're practiced manipulators. They do things.
This guy Rothschild's in control of it all with huge amounts of super money. He's got trillions. He controls trillions of dollars, hundreds of trillions of dollars. He controls. He's worth trillions, and he controls trillions of dollars. He controls more money, more total net worth money than any country, than all the countries in the free world have put together.
Well, that's propaganda that's being accepted.
It's the truth. He's so filthy rich, they won't even mention him in Forbes' top 100 rich people on the planet. They won't even mention him. He's the unspoken one. And you only vaguely heard about him when the Jews were protesting without incident in Israel on his property. They went to Rothschild Plaza or Square, or whatever the fuck it's called. They went to his property. It was like that's his altar. He owns it. And they went to his altar in protest. That's their money god.
Man, he's probably hiding in a gutter somewhere like
no, he's living
Osama
like royalty.
bin Laden.
He's living heavenly luxury like royalty in Great Britain in an undisclosed location.
He's a new patsy,
in
man.
a multi-million-dollar castle.
They don't let him control that money.
He does.
He's a figurehead.
No.
There's like a corporation. There's a group of people.
Listen to me carefully. He's been quoted to say, on a rare occasion when you hear about him, he's been quoted to say, governments come and governments will go, but I control the money. He's got a stranglehold through business and corporations. He's got so much money into all the big businesses and corporations across the planet. He controls them all, like puppets. he makes sure he's always making money on the money. He does rock solid contracts with people to keep raking in the big bucks.
Wow.
Is that a digital camera?
It is.
So let's see.
All right, hold on.